Okay. We have one more example on linear dependence and independence. The question is show that x1, x2, x3 are vectors, of course, are linearly independent. Okay. Now, for checking linear dependence or independence, we'll be considering first the linear combination. How does it go like k1 x1 plus k2 x2 plus k3 x3 is equal to 0? Since x1, x2, x3 are vectors, I should clearly mention what ki's are for I is equal to 1 to 3. Ki's would be scalars in vector terminology. Okay. From I is equal to 1 to 3, ki's are all called scalars. Basically, this linear combination when equated to 0, if it is satisfied, depending on the values of ki's, I'll be concluding dependence or independence, about which I have discussed in the previous video. You can just please check. Okay. Yeah. So k1, 3, 2, 7. K2 is 2, 4, 1. K3 is K3 into, I'm sorry, X3 is 1 comma minus 2 comma 6 is equal to, see again these three vectors are in the three-dimensional space. Why? Because I have three components like X, Y and Z. Okay, or I can as well say R3 space. Okay, so 0 can be rewritten as 0 comma 0 comma 0 as well on the right hand side. Now I'll open the brackets by multiplying with k1, k2 and k3 the vectors. Okay. 3k1 comma 2k1 comma 7k1. That's the first vector. 2k2 comma 4k2 plus k2 is the second vector. K3 comma minus 2k3 comma 6k3 is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay. Now what exactly will I do is I'll be adding the corresponding components first with the first component of all the three vectors, second with the second component of all the three vectors, third with the third component of all the three vectors. Okay. Sorry, there's a mistake here. This is just comma, right? And then finally, these will be equated to the RHS, the 0 comma 0 comma 0. I'll just write 3k1 plus 2k2 plus k3 is the first component. Okay, 2k1 plus 4k2 minus 2k3 is the second component. 7k1 plus k2 plus 6k3 is the third component. 0 comma 0 comma 0. I think you can clearly understand, guys. The first component is equated to the first component on the RHS. Second component is equated to second component on the RHS. Third component is equated to the third component. That's how I get three equations. Homogeneous system of three equations is what I'll be getting. I can directly solve them if the system is simple. Otherwise, I'll go by solving with echelon form. Okay. 2k1 plus 4k2 minus 2k3 is equal to 0. 7k1 plus k2 plus 6k3 is equal to 0. Rewrite it in matrix format. Since it is homogeneous system, I can just find the rank of the quotient matrix. That would be enough. I need not go with finding the rank of the augmented matrix, because with the augmented row, with the augmented column, I'll be having only zeros here. Just see here, 0, 0, 0 is what I'll have, because RHS would be my B, LHS would be my A, and the unknowns, the vector X would have K1, K2 and K3. Okay, the unknowns that I need to find out are K1, K2 and K3. See, now if I consider the augmented matrix, if I add R2 and R1, in this last column, 0 would be added to 0, 0 would be subtracted from 0. That would make no difference. So for a homogeneous system, we just find the rank of the quotient matrix. I don't need to find the rank of the augmented matrix, because RHS is completely 0. Okay. So we'll just go with finding out the rank, or any other means or methods in which you can solve system of equations. You can go ahead. But then this unit has echelon form to be the strongest concept. Okay, I'll be going with finding out the rank. For which what I will do, I have to, first element is my pivot. Below the pivot, I should have zeros. Okay, for which what I will do is, R2 has 2, right? And R1 has 3. Using the pivot, I have to reduce second and third rows. So 2 I will multiply with 3. R2 I will multiply with 3. and R1 I will multiply with 2. Okay, so how does that look like? Just see here. When R1 multiplied with 2 would be 6. 2R1 would be what? 6. 2 2's 4 and 2. 3R2 would be what? 6. 3 4's 12 and minus 6. 3 2's minus 6. Okay, I'll be subtracting as I've written the operation. I'll be subtracting. So 6 minus 6 is 0. 12 minus 4 is 8. Minus 6 minus 2 would be minus 8. Okay. So 3, 2, 1 is my first row. No change in it. Second row has become 0, 8 and minus 8. Okay. Yeah. For the third row, in the third row, the first element should be 0. So R3 would be what? 7 I will multiply with 3. 3R3. 3 I will multiply with 7. Not a big deal. Just to make that first element common. Okay. So what will happen here? 7 3 is 21. 3 and 6 3 is 18. Okay. And then 3 7 is 21. 3 2 is 6. 3 1 is 3. Okay. Yeah. So I'll be subtracting. This is 0. 3 minus 6 is minus 3. 18 minus 3 would be minus 18 minus 3 would be 15. Okay. So 0 minus 3 and 15 is what I will have. I hope there are no errors. Third row I have multiplied with 3. 3 7's 21. 3 1's 3. 3 6 are 18. Okay, and then first row I multiplied with 7. 7 3 is 21. 7 2s is 14. I'm sorry. Here it is 14. 7 2 is 14. 7 1s is 7. Okay, there's an error. 14 and 7. Now after subtraction, first element is 0. 3 minus 14 would be minus 11. Yeah, 8 minus 7 would be 11. Right? 8 minus 7 would be 11. So this is not 3 and 15. This is 11 and minus 11. Okay? 11. I'm sorry. Minus 11 and 11. I can clearly see R3 and R2 have similar elements. So by the way, my motive is to get a 0 here so that I am in the increasing order of zeros or in echelon form format. So for which what I will do one just one operation. Excuse me. I'll be doing one operation on R3. What that is multiply R3 with 8, add to R2, but then 8 has to be multiplied with 11 as well. Okay. So it would be something like 3 2 1 0 8 minus 8 0 0 0. Obviously, you can just check this operation. I'll be getting 11 is 8's 88, 88, and by adding by adding I'll be getting zeros. Okay. So finally I'll write them back in equation format. This is my echelon form. Obviously there's a 1 0 here and increasing number of zeros. Okay. So I'll be writing them in equation format. It would be 3k1 plus 2k2 plus k3 is equal to 0 is one equation. For the k1 the quotient is 0. So 8k2 minus 8k3 is equal to 0. Or in other words, k2 is equal to k3. I substitute the same relation in the first equation to get what the value of k1 would be in terms of either k2 or k3. Okay. Anything you can choose. Okay. I am putting in the place of k2, k3. So 2k3 plus k3 is equal to 0. Right. 3k1 plus 3k3 is equal to 0. Or K1 is equal to minus K3, right? Agreed? Yes. Now, I can clearly see none of the KIs are zeros. KIs are non-zero, right? Why? Because, see, I've got K2 is equal to K3 is one relation. Okay, and then K1 is equal to minus K3 is another relation. Now, if I say K3 is equal to 1 or something, then K2 would be K2 would also be 1 and K1 would be minus 1. Right? I'll be getting like this. So nowhere I have got that the scalars are 0. So how will that be? Just see here guys. What that is I will just write, I have considered, So I can clearly say here ki's are non-zero, so linearly dependence, fine. But in case in the question, if they ask you, find the relation between them, find the relation between xi's. Okay, I is equal to 1 to 3, x1, x2, x3. If you are asked to find the relation between xi's, what is it that I do is, just see here, k1, x1 plus k2, x2 plus k3, x3 is equal to 0. Right? Write all ki's in terms of either k1 or k2 or k3. Okay. Or you put k1 is equal to 1, k2 is equal to 1 and k3 is equal to 1 kind. Okay, whatever I've got. K1 is equal to minus 1, k2 is equal to 1. Or that also you can put. Or also no issue. Just see here. I'll write everything in terms of k3. K1 is what? K1 is minus k3, x3. K2 is what? K3, x2. I'm sorry, this is not x3, this is x1. Right? Plus K3, x3 is equal to 0. Take out K3 common. K3 I will take common, or minus K3 I will take common. So x1 minus x2 minus x3 is equal to 0. Yes. Right. Now, if I consider this, either K3 is equal to 0 or this is 0, right? X minus A into X minus B is equal to 0 implies what? X minus A is equal to 0 or X minus B is equal to 0. Now, here either K3 is equal to 0 or X1 minus X2 minus X3 is equal to 0. Now, this is not possible because I have clearly seen K3, I have not got it to be 0. So, what will happen? The second relation holds. So, from this, I'll be getting the relation between x1, x2 and x3. This is how I will find out, guys. Not a big deal. Not a rocket science. It's not very difficult. What you will put, whatever relation you have got, you will put in the linear combination and then accordingly arrive at the relation between the vectors. So, the vectors are dependent. That is clear from the linear combination method of solving. Now, how they are related is what? If I add x2 and x3, I'll be getting x1. That's what you can check. Please, let's cross check it using the vectors. Then you will understand whether whatever I'm talking is sensible or not. Okay. Now, x2 plus x3 would be what, guys? Corresponding coefficients I will add. x2 plus x3 would be what? 2 plus 1 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. 1 plus 6 is 7. That's what I've got it to be x2 plus x3. Now, what is x1? Please see here. Is this not x1? 3, 2 and 7, is it not x1? Hence, they are dependent and the relationship is x1 is equal to x2 plus x3. That's how you will do it logically. As I have said, I will tell you how independence also can be logically checked. Okay, in the next video.